What's going on YouTube, it's Maffu here, and I have made a decision. So as you guys saw in my last video, I was asking whether I should run Philip or Zhuge and what accessory I should craft for my main marches. Now I got a ton of comments, and I thank everyone who dropped a comment and gave me some of their expertise and advice. Unfortunately, the comments weren't very unified. If I pull up the video right here, as you can see, we have one for Zhuge. I disagree with Zhuge being outdated. Don't invest in Philip. Don't downside Philip is no rage regen. Then Halleck said I should do Zhuge if the next cav is single target, which he predicts it will be based on releases and so on and so forth. I got a ton of comments, and I thank everyone who dropped a comment and tried to help me out make a decision. But I have some unfortunate news, guys. I've decided to go with nothing. Oh, okay, that's kind of a stretch. It's not nothing, but it is something. I'm going with the shiny KVK1 commander, Mehmed. Now, when I was debating whether I was going to do Philip or Zhuge, there were a lot of benefits to both of them, to be honest. Philip mainly being his versatility and being able to be used for multiple marches, and Zhuge for his damage output and rage regen. But I failed to recognize Mehmed. Mehmed 5 target AoE, got the skill damage bonus and attack bonus. Now, he is way weaker than the other marches, but he will still be useful, and let me show you why. If you guys did not know, Mehmed has an amazing museum buff. Let me go find it real quick. Alright, as you can see right here, let's go to this museum buff and let me show you what it can do. So it starts off with 20% troop health, which is a ton of health, and 5% skill damage, and it goes all the way up to 40% troop health and 10% skill damage. Now if you look at my tokens up here, I have a lot, and I was recommended to save them for emergencies and future marches, and I think it paid off well because I can get a tier 3 relic for Mehmed and get an extra 40% troop health and a 10% skill damage. I think that'd be amazing. So if we run to QSH Mehmed, that saves my gold heads. I don't have to worry about expertising Zhuge or expertising Philip, because that's a lot of gold heads, to be honest. And I could run the march nearly immediately. As you guys know, my QSH is not ready for the field yet, but we'll be talking about that very soon. And that brings me to my second point of Achilles. Now, as you guys know, Achilles is an amazing commander. We've seen the results from testing, but he is a bit squishy, so I decided to wait for the December release to see if he's good or not. Now, as you guys know, if the December release was bad, then I was going to invest into Achilles, and if the December release was good, I was going to wait for the December release and obviously go it. But things have changed. With this addition with QSH being almost ready to be on the field if I can craft gear for it, and we'll talk about that later. So let me break it down. Achilles is still happening. What do I mean by that? So on the 8th, we'll check if the next cav release is AoE or not. If it is AoE, then we'll drop gold heads into QSH. And what do I mean by that? If the next cav release in December is AoE, then I won't be able to know which cav commander is better for my one cav march. Right off the bat, I'll have to wait for testing to come out. And that means I'll have to wait to December to invest into that commander anyways. So what I could do is completely expertise QSH and drop maybe, 500 gold heads into him. And this will leave me with about 200 gold heads remaining, ready to invest in whatever new commander comes out to pair with Arthur. Now, I know I won't have enough gold heads by the December release, just based on days. Let's say it comes out in 30 days from now. That leaves me 90 gold heads just from the daily, plus 2 Arc of Osiris's, which will be an extra 20 gold heads. I think that'll be all the gold heads I will get from events. So that means I'll have roughly half a commander being able to use, which means I can get a 5551 of whatever the December release is, or Achilles. Now, honestly, I don't know if Achilles is good 5551 or with anything that's not expertise. I'm assuming there's some sort of combination you can do with Achilles that he's decent at 5551 or 1555 or 5155 or something like that, which means I'll be able to get expertise QSH this KVK. Now let's talk about gear. As you guys know, I don't have an archer gear set or archer armaments. Now what I could do is actually skip out on crafting my cav accessory and start crafting a purple set of gear for archers. Now you might be noticing that I probably won't have enough materials, but let me bring you to one point that might be able to make up for it, and that is all of this green gear I have here. If I can dismantle all this green gear, plus I can dismantle the silent trial, that might make it so I have enough materials. I have to do the math, and I probably will do the math if I decide to end up going for this, so I can be 100% sure I can craft a full gear set and a working gear set for my march. Now this does mean I'll be skipping out on the accessory that I want to craft, which would be either drums or ring. But I think a full another march on the field would be better for me than one accessory. Correct me if I'm wrong though, the accessories are very good. But if I can expertise QSH and run QSH Mehmed with purple gear set with maybe one legendary, then I feel like that would go crazy on the field, no? Now the one thing I am worried about is armaments. As you guys know, I do not have any armaments for archers at the moment. I can quickly show you what I have that's possible to be put on archers. So if we filter this by unit type archers, and we'll just do all the stats so we can see the best of the best. We have a flag here with some decent stats, okay. We have an instrument, some decent stats. No inscriptions so far. We have a deflector shield, 3% less skill damage, pretty okay. Another instrument with decent stats. I would have to reroll the infantry health, of course. Here's a tome with decent stats. And as you can see, I got some stuff here. We do have this 2% all damage on the instrument up here, but not really any inscriptions. If I sort by inscriptions, let's see what I have. Obviously, we have the deflector we looked at. We have march speed. Not great. Another march speed one, not amazing. 2% less normal damage, not good. Also not good. Swift, not good. We do have this double inscription. Maybe I could reroll fearsome and brutal. That's not bad. 1% extra damage, 3.5% attack. But obviously that is a lot of stones to convert compared to a one inscription. Now I did actually pull this spirited that I heard is pretty decent on QSH. But as you can see, the armaments are really trash, and if I do end up getting armaments, it'll probably just be mostly stats. It won't be any good inscriptions. Now, what we could possibly do is try to reroll some of these cav armaments that I have. I don't even know if that's gonna be smart, but like if I try to reroll this hunter, oh my god, that sounds like a terrible idea, I'm not gonna lie. But it is a possibility. We could try to completely transmute it. Now, the thing is, I don't have any transmutation crystals, and I cannot afford to purchase any, so it would be up to fate if we get anything good. Maybe we just save this for a future Delta armament, but man, the inscriptions and armaments are really holding me back. I don't know how QSH could form well if I don't have good armaments. Obviously, I could probably throw together something decent with some stats, but it's not going to be good at all. And that is probably the one issue I have with this plan. Now, will it still do decent on the field? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe QSH will just be a march for my next KVK, and I'll have to work on some armaments in the off season. Now, I do get one transmutation crystal here, which is something, but it's not amazing. Man, these transmutation crystals are hard to come by. Maybe there's some in rewards. I'm gonna quickly scroll through the individual rewards and see if I can find any. Okay, I found one. 60 million crystals spent, I get another transmutation crystal. Pretty far down the line, I won't hit that before I'll probably hit that at Kingsland maybe. And that looks like it's about it for transmutation crystals. I mean, I think I'm kind of on the right track. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Because, I mean, a lot of you guys gave some great advice, and a lot of these options are new paths that I did not know of before yesterday. So we got some new options here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and that's about it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.